Well, I don't think I'm having any trouble. But anyway, good evening, everyone. This is the evening drive home with NJ Evans, and this is the wonderful month of December 2025. And we're coming to the end of another year. When you think you know that you know, do you really? So much to say, and yet, is that really the case? When you think you know that you know, but do you really? What does that really mean? Before I follow what I want to share, let me ask you, how did the photos go? I mean, the family photos. You were supposed to be creating for Thanksgiving as well as for Christmas coming up. But for Thanksgiving, because that was the trial run. Even though I wasn't able to communicate that to you, I thought you would have assumed that. And the reason for that was because, unfortunately, I was a little under the weather, but I'm much, much better now. So now your debut, with me being aware of this as well, will be for December. December, this month, the Christmas season. And that is your real deal. So you had to create the storyline that you were going to put together, and you were going to use your visualization in order to use the camera to tell the story. And we weren't looking for total perfection here. We was looking for documenting exactly what is taking place on this wonderful, wonderful occasion, this wonderful holiday. Something that you feel that you know so well, and you wanted to share it with others, right? So the most important thing that I can say to you, baby boomers and those who are a little bit younger, you must believe that you can tell a story with your camera or your cell phone that will inspire others to move mountains and gain inner strength just by looking at what you had created or creating, what you are creating. And the reason why I say that to you is because I know this is going to be an inspiration, especially when your family members look and say, are you serious? You're using a camera? You know how to do that? And then not only are you going to do that aspect, then what you're going to do is you're going to turn right around and you're going to upload it as a short on IG, Instagram, TicToc, even Facebook or YouTube. You're going to just go ahead to one of the social media platforms that you are familiar with or enjoy visiting and telling the story. Tell the people about you creating that particular photo or that particular session. I think that would be interesting. And it'd be also very nice if you can capture some of the elders, the seniors of your community, meaning your family members, who are sitting around the table who are also very excited about the fact that you gotta be kidding me. You mean to tell me, girl, you know how to use that camera? I am so surprised, honey. Well, yes and no. So what have you been doing outside of all of that? You will need to be creative in justifying why they should do this. Okay? Now what I'm thinking is this. I think that you should share this information with your teenage grandchildren and your great-grands and give them a skill set. For those who have a cell phone, ask them do they know how to tell a story with their pictures. Or let them share with you what it is that they do know. And also, if you really want to get technical with it, especially the older grandchildren, they probably have a skill set that you might not be that familiar with, and that is really promoting photos and things like that on the internet, which would be quite an interesting event, don't you think? Yeah, and I think this would be something that would be really good to bring the two of you together, or the three of you together, or the group of you together. And not only that, because we're heading into a whole new season. We're heading into a whole new world in a couple of months. Not even a couple of months, I'd say more like a couple of days. And in the process of heading into this whole new world in which no one is prepared for, really, I don't think that is... let's put it like this, I think no one is really prepared for it. But one of the things that I feel that we need to be able to do is to just not be fearful. Not be fearful. And usually going into the unknown or to something that's new, that's generally the feeling as we embark upon that new journey. But there's another thing here too. Maybe you can tell a story. Tell a story about where you're coming from and where we're headed and the vision that you see. I don't know. I'm thinking something like that. Telling the story of who you are, passing down the legacy of your grandmothers and great-grands and family members, uncles and brothers. This is a time to remember them, and whatever you do, realize that your life is very important. And it's important you share it, and especially to that generation who doesn't feel that they have much to live for. And I have definitely encountered a few of them these last few weeks. So I'm saying to you and to myself and to others that there's going to be a lot of need to encourage young people to understand that they are leaders. And we need them to remember that and to become strong in who they are and what they're here to do. Now, that also means that we have to help them in who are they and why were they selected to do X, Y, and Z. We don't know. You have to go within yourself to get that answer. And that's also a part of getting the confidence and being fearless and things along that line. Everybody has their own way of approaching that period inside themselves where they become very strong. And that's what we need. We need for people to be strong, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. Be strong. And visualize the reality that you truly, really, 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 really want. Visualize. So what do you know about energies and frequencies and things like that? Maybe you should investigate that. Who knows? I know one thing, though. There's a brand new day getting ready to present itself. And I've been noticing on YouTube and some of the other stations, there's a split down the middle, it feels like, between those who are promoting fear and those who are promoting courage, love, light, joy, laughter, things like that. Strike your balance. Strike your balance because you're still responsible for you, no matter which way you go with this. Can't blame somebody else. You're responsible for you. I'm glad that you decided to take that camera or that cell phone and create those photographs that will live in legacy. That is the legacy for 2025. And maybe you can create some type of documentary or a type of catalog of sorts, documenting the event with stills as well as videos. I wish you a lot of love during this time period. Wishing you and your family love, protection, guidance, a lot of joy and laughter. I saw some friends that I hadn't seen in a long time, and that was wonderful. And the other piece that I'd say to you, trust and know that you really do know. And that you're here for a reason and a purpose. And trust that you are fulfilling that purpose. Especially if your heart feels good and settled with that. Boy, I have a cat falling off a refrigerator. Wow. You okay? Anyway, that's the sidebar. Well, he's walking away. I guess he's fine. All right. Anyway, with that note, I guess it's time for me to not ignore him any longer. So, let people believe in you. Let people come to you and you help them, okay? Guide them. Guide the young and encourage even some of your peers. Thoughts are things, all right? Be aware of what you are focusing on. Remember to create the reality you truly do desire and not one that you don't. I believe in you and your destiny of love, light, and peace. Happy holiday to all of you. Happy birthday to those of you who are birthday people, Sag and Capricorn. Happy birthday to all of you. I'm NJ Evans, and this is the evening drive home. Ciao. I'm telling you about this cat. I don't know, man. He's just determined to fall off the refrigerator. Good night.